Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking open the archives to count down the absolute greatest stealth missions in video game history. We're doing a definitive top 10 list here, so whether you're a veteran ghost or, a total newcomer to the shadows, buckle up. You're about to witness some absolute masterclasses in game design.
But hey, before we reveal the ranks and start leveling up, we've got to ask ourselves, what actually makes a perfect stealth mission, right? I mean, in a medium that usually hands you a rocket launcher and points you at the nearest explosion, stealth demands something entirely different. It totally strips away your power, it forces you to rely entirely on your wits, turning every single encounter into this high-stakes puzzle. Where violence, that's your absolute last resort.
Honestly, stealth is gaming's ultimate high-wire act. It's that totally universal feeling of actually holding your breath in real life because your character is hiding under a desk on screen. We've all been there. One mistake, one creaking floorboard, one accidentally kicked bucket, or a poorly timed sneeze, and boom, everything erupts into total chaos. It turns sneaking into a literal art form that heavily rewards patience, careful observation, and just absolute nerves of steel.
All right, let's dive right into this countdown with number 10. We're dropping into The Bank from Thief: Deadly Shadows. This mission drops you into a heavily guarded financial institution and basically just says, hey, good luck. It perfectly captures that ultimate master thief fantasy, giving you multiple entry points and forcing you to rely entirely on light and shadow. The security systems are realistic, and the guards, they actually notice when a door is left open or a torch is magically extinguished. Every single room is a tense puzzle. You're not some invincible superhero here. You're literally just a guy trying to get rich without getting caught.
Moving right along to number 9. We shift our focus to the plague-ridden streets of Dishonored with the Curfew mission. Your job is to eliminate the corrupt High Overseer Campbell, and man, the game hands you an incredible stealth sandbox to do it. What makes this a top 10 contender is the sheer verticality and the heavy weight of your choices. You can blink across rooftops, possess a rat to scurry unseen through ventilation shafts, and it heavily encourages non-lethal solutions. I mean, you can literally swap a poisoned glass to let the target seal his own fate. It means your story unfolds in a completely unique way every single playthrough.
Hitting checkpoint 8.
We're looking at a landmark experience that was quite literally years ahead of its time, the invisible enemy from the original Deus Ex. Infiltrating this hostile facility isn't just about crouching in the dark and waiting for a guard to casually stroll past. No, it lets you stack boxes to find a hidden vent, hack enemy turrets to do your dirty work, or manipulate guards into leaving their posts. Multiple approaches aren't just possible, the game seamlessly adapts to make every wild idea you have feel totally viable.
Now, this mission perfectly encapsulates the core philosophy that made Deus Ex legendary, the immersive sim. For those who know, this is a game design concept that fundamentally rewards your intelligence over your firepower. You don't have to shoot your way out of a bad situation when you can literally outsmart the entire digital ecosystem built around you. Doors locked? You don't necessarily need the key. Pick the lock, blow the door right off its hinges, or, find a window on the roof.
Rank 7 takes us out of the industrial complexes and straight into a vast jungle for the end boss battle in Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Yes, okay, technically it is a boss fight, but it's fought almost entirely through stealth. It turns your standard sniper duel into this agonizing, multi-hour game of cat and mouse. The tension of tracking an ancient sniper just by following his footprints in the mud or using your directional microphone to listen for his breathing, man, it makes you feel like a real covert operative. And a fun fact from the archives, the game respects this premise so much that if you saved your game and waited a week in real life, he'd actually die of old age. That is some pure stealth dedication right there.
Coming in hot at number 6.
We have an incredible pivot from a franchise usually known for non-stop blockbuster action. The all-gillied-up mission in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare trades loud explosions for absolute terrifying restraint. Sneaking alongside Captain McMillan in radioactive Pripyat, specifically that iconic moment where you're forced to lay perfectly still in the tall grass while an entire enemy battalion and massive tanks roll literal inches past your face. It creates massive suspense without firing a single shot. It is an unforgettable lesson in atmosphere and pacing. Speeding through ranks 5 and 4, we're heading a doubleheader of massive milestones in gaming history. Rank 5 goes to Life of the Party from Thief 2, which escalated objective-based thievery to new, dizzying heights across sprawling, multi-tiered rooftops. And Rank 4, the legendary opening Shadow Moses Infiltration from the original Metal Gear Solid. MGS revolutionized the genre with its Soliton radar system, forcing players to actively master sweeping cones of vision while dodging laser tripwires. Without these two pioneers laying the groundwork, modern stealth games just simply wouldn't exist.
Unlocking our top 3.
We arrive at a peak assassination experience with the Sarajevo 6, the Enforcer from Hitman. This mission is absolutely incredible because it makes every successful takedown feel completely earned. It doesn't hold your hand, it demands elaborate planning, incredibly sharp observation of target routines, and just constant experimentation. Whether that means waiting 20 minutes to drop a chandelier at the exact right second, or poisoning a specific drink and calmly walking away to the extraction point before anyone even notices a crime's been committed.
So the crucial innovation here is how this modern formula utilizes social stealth. Instead of traditionally hiding in the dark shadows, you're hiding right in plain sight, blending into a massive crowd at a party, or stealing a waiter's disguise to casually walk right past heavily armed guards. It introduces a completely different yet equally thrilling type of psychological invisibility. You are literally the predator hidden inside the ecosystem.
Just missing the top spot at rank 2.
Is Sam Fisher's masterful infiltration in Traitor's Gate from Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Juggling high-tech gadgets and dynamic shadows, this level demands absolute precision. With its exceptional level flow and a masterful lighting engine where you literally shoot out light bulbs to plunge a hallway into darkness to create your own cover, it just represents Splinter Cell at its absolute best. It pushes you to the very brink of detection, asking you to hang upside down from pipes and interrogate guards in the dark, without ever feeling cheap or unfair.
Before we reveal number 1, we absolutely have to acknowledge a few honorable mentions here. From the iconic CIA headquarters infiltration in Splinter Cell, to the terrifying inverted stealth of the Predator rooms in Arkham Asylum, and the intense survival-focused sequences in The Last of Us Part 2, Alien Isolation, and A Plague Tale, these titles prove that the thrill of slipping past danger, holding your breath while a threat hunts for you, is universal, even in games that aren't strictly categorized as stealth.
And finally, our ultimate mission objective, taking the number 1 spot, is the Sorrow River and Grozny Grad infiltration from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. More than 2 decades after its release, this grueling, lengthy infiltration sequence remains the undisputed king. It embodies everything genuinely spectacular and fiercely challenging about the genre.
It stands proudly at rank 1 because of the unparalleled freedom and deep survival mechanics it forces on you. You aren't just hiding. You're constantly swapping uniforms to manage complex camouflage indexes, manually treating your own combat wounds, scouting massive military bases, and meticulously stashing bodies in lockers. But mostly, it captures the absolute pinnacle of stealth because of the sheer panic and rapid improvisation required when your carefully laid plans inevitably fall apart and those base sirens start blaring. It rewards creativity and quick thinking in ways very few games have ever matched.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to consider this the next time you pick up a controller. In a medium so often built entirely on the satisfaction of pulling a trigger, isn't it fascinating that the ultimate heart-pounding thrill might actually be getting in, getting the job done, and leaving behind nothing but a few confused guards and totally unanswered questions? Makes you think, right? Thanks for exploring the shadows with us today. Keep sneaking, keep observing, and keep learning.